Welcome to the Healthy Living Sessions podcast, where we talk about more than just health and fitness. We talk about many aspects of life. While fitness and health are important, there's more to life than just the gym. What's going on, guys? It's Philip Sessions coming to you again to talk about burning bridges this time. I know, a little different, but man, I just have really been thinking about this and about how I was always told growing up to never burn bridges, and how this is so true right now with my transition from engineering to real estate. Because, I was trying to find side work to do, and I ended up getting in touch with several different people, and a couple people ended up panning out to really help me out. Some others just didn't have anything at the time, but I could have easily burnt that bridge when I had stopped working with them on the project. I could have easily just never kept in touch with them, which I wasn't the best at keeping in touch with these people. I did do it to some extent, but I really should have followed up more with them to keep in touch, because you never know how somebody might be able to help you in the long term. But that's not quite as important as just not burning that bridge. If I would have treated them really bad or talked about them behind their back, these people certainly would not have helped me out to find some additional work while I had vacation and everything, to be able to do some work during that vacation time. So it wasn't really much of a vacation, but I was able to get this additional income for the purposes of saving money, all because I didn't burn those bridges. So it's really important to not burn those bridges, as we all know. I don't think I need to explain in great detail why that is. I mean, as it says, burning bridges. So basically, you're not going to be able to use that bridge anymore. You're not going to be able to turn back. So there, kind of explain why not to burn the bridges. But also, I mean, that could be a good thing in a way. We think of some great leaders. I can't think of the exact example off the top of my head, but there's a historical leader that burnt the bridges so his men couldn't turn around to flee. They had to go into battle. So in cases like that, maybe burning the bridge is a good thing. That way you don't have that scapegoat to be able to go backwards. But otherwise, it's not worth it to burn those bridges. Because what's the point of making somebody mad at you, to have that negative opinion towards you lingering out there that you may not know, but they may secretly not like you. They may spread that word, and eventually you're going to meet somebody else who's like, oh, you're that guy or that girl that burnt the bridge with so-and-so. Man, I heard so many bad things about you. And so now you not only burnt that bridge with the person that you originally did it with, but now you have other people who you can't do work with or associate with, all because you burnt the bridge with that one person. So you never know what kind of reach these people have. And it's so funny, and we always say how the world is so small, even though it's huge. But it's the same thing with burning bridges. You might have burnt one small bridge, but you never know what that connection could be to. It could be to a very vast world out there. A lot of different connections may have to cross that single bridge. So you got to keep that in mind when you're getting ready to burn those bridges. So there are ways to not burn bridges, but cut ties. Sometimes we need to do that. We need to remove people from our lives. So we need to cut ties. And that is slightly different from burning bridges. It is very delicate, but when we cut ties, we have to make sure we're upfront and honest with the people. We can't just sit there and ghost out on them. We have to actually say something to them, let them know, hey, I need to work on me for now. These are the reasons why, I can't really associate with you at the time. I know this is not fun, but, if it comes down to it, you need to do that, then you have to do it. But be honest about it. That's the thing. And people are going to respect you so much more for that if you do that. But I would suggest not saying, hey, we can't be friends anymore because whatever reason, just a reason that's based off of them. Make it a reason based off of you or some third party or something like that. Maybe not somebody actually associated with you, like say your girlfriend or boyfriend, and that's the reason why you can't hang out with these people anymore that you used to hang out with all the time. But, if you're trying to level up and you have a friend that's holding you back, don't tell them, hey, you're holding me back. I'm trying to level up. That's why I'm leaving you. Because that's burning a bridge. You don't want to cut that tie and say, look, I'm trying to create a new me. I really need to focus on myself right now. And that's the truth. You're not lying about that. You're trying to focus on yourself and build yourself up. And just say you need you time. You need to separate yourself from others. You don't have to say them specifically, but you're trying to separate yourself from people that are holding you back. So there is where you're cutting those ties versus burning those bridges. Because you never know. That same person you may have tried to only cut ties with and you broke that bridge, you burnt that bridge, they may turn out to be somebody you need down the road. They may completely change. I know a lot of people I went to high school with who have completely changed. They became so much better people than they were in high school. And not that they were terrible people, but they've changed so much. And, if I would have treated them like the scum of the earth, I wouldn't have a chance to be able to talk to them again and associate with them and maybe collaborate with them and stuff. So I cannot emphasize enough how burning bridges is so important not to do. Let me emphasize that. Burning bridges is not a good thing to do. You should not do that at all. So just make sure to not burn those bridges. Make sure to cut ties if you have to, but don't burn those bridges because you never know who you might need in your life. You never know what opportunities may arise that if you burnt those bridges, that will never happen. So keep this message in mind as you go throughout your daily life. Thank you all for listening to the podcast today. I hope it was impactful to you. If you feel you have a friend that can get value out of this episode, share it with them. Also, please leave a review and subscribe to this podcast. I can't get this message out without your help. Until next time, have a blessed and healthy day.